All right, for this session of Minecraft, we're going to talk rails and minecarts. So why would we use these in Minecraft? Well, sometimes we want to get around efficiently, we kind of want to build tours, and even we can use these for helping with Minecraft. Today we're only going to focus on normal rails and powered rails, although there are other ones as well. So first thing we need to do is go grab our minecarts and rails. I suggest using the search. I'm just going to grab a regular minecart, but you can see you'd have ones with chests, they have a hopper, and you can even have TNT flowing in and out of mines for easy mining. Then I'm simply going to go grab some rails. So there's your traditional rail that we're going to be using, and this one is a powered rail, but we are going to need some redstone to power it. We have a couple different ways we can do that. Number one, if you type in redstone, you can see you get a little redstone torch here. We can grab that to help power. And I'm also going to grab a lever as well. So we put that in our inventory and now we're ready to build. So really easy to build. When you go in here, you can build on grass blocks, quartz, whatever you want. Let's go grab a quartz block just so you can see it really easily. There we go. All right, so right away, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a rail and I'm going to start placing my rails. Now the great thing about rails is when you want to make a turn, you just go to where you want to do the turn and it will transfer automatically into a corner. So I'm going to keep going up here to do my rail. Now let's have some fun. Let's build a little hill here. So I'm going to grab a block of quartz and I'm simply going to start building a little hill. So I'll fly up and then just start making, almost like a little roller coaster here. All right, so now I'm just going to go in and just kind of build it on top of the hill. And then, of course, build it back down so our minecart can eventually make it down to the ground. I'm going to show you a couple different things we're going to do here. So once you finish placing your rail, that's great. But I'm also going to throw down a powered rail here just so you can get an idea of what it does. Now, one thing with the powered rail, it will not turn into these corners, so I'm going to have to grab a regular rail and place one just so it can make it into it. There we go. So you can see it does that turn. Now, you need to go in and continue, obviously, building the rest of your rails, but notice how it goes up automatically on these hills. So you don't have to worry about anything connecting improperly. And let's just go across. And of course, we're going to build down. Now, just for fun, I'm not even going to finish that one. Let's see what happens if we leave a piece out of the track as well. So next step is let's get our minecart. So here we have our minecart. We place it. And you can just actually go in and give this a little push. And it starts moving on its own. But when you give it a little push, it doesn't really go too far. So if I show you the controls right now, your right click, you can actually ride these. So once I'm in, you can see I'm now in my minecart, and now I just use my controls, so I can use that W. Here we go up the hill. And it does work on physics and inertia. So right now I'm not pushing anything. Let's see what happens. It just ends right there because that's the end of my track. So that's one sure way you want to stop building the rails, or you can put a block. So let's jump out of this. And I'm simply going to go in, I'm going to mine this out, and I'm going to finish my rail. So I'll grab just a regular rail and continue building it so everything's made. There we go. So let's throw a minecart down there again. Let's give this guy a little push. So you can see inertia does play a factor. Since no one's in the minecart, it's not going to move on its own. Now, there is one thing we're going to do, though. We're going to take out some of these rails, and we're going to put in these powered rails. Now, right now, nothing's really happening because they have to be activated. This is where we grab the redstone torch. So watch the rails when I put this down here now. See how they light up? So that means they're powered on. So if I come around to my minecart now and give it a little push, it gets that little jettison from those torches there. Let's put one right here. So those are all lit up now too. So if I come in here now and I'm going to really give this guy a push, there we go. And it got enough inertia to get up there. So those tracks help power it when it goes up and down. The other way you can do these too is you can actually put a lever in here So maybe you don't want them turned on, or you want to control if they're working or not. So I can use this lever to also turn them on and on to activate that. So then you kind of challenge your students. So it didn't have enough inertia to get in here. What if you went in here and you started adding some power tracks in here, a couple powered rails, and then we will even put our lever there so we can turn that on. And there you can see the tracks are going. So let's try one again. See if you can make it all the way around. Oh, no, because I didn't turn these on. There we go. Let's give it a good push this time. Here we go. So you can see how it kind of slows down a bit, and it didn't make it to that track. So that just tells me that I need to add one more rail. Let's see if I can place this before the minecart comes back. And there it goes. So it's kind of like those little thrusters you see on a roller coaster. As it goes around, it hits that rail, and it just gives a little power boost to go around so it can go automatically. So that's your quick little tutorial on how you can use rails between the regular rail and the powered rail using levers and redstone torches.